Welcome to the Friendlyjordies Podcast. How are we doing, boys?
Swell. We're doing swell.
Good.
Can I have that vape?
Yep.
That's how you
That's
start
a
the
good
pod.
way to indicate that we're doing swell.
People have just turned off. Just went
Well,
away.
do you want me to take my fucking shoes off? Will that help?
Well, take your mustache off for first thing.
That's not coming off.
Really? Is this going to be the look from now on?
No, I don't.
You look like you represent the Cronulla riots.
What do you mean, look?
Yeah, there's nothing ironic about that. You've just guaranteed that that's going to be a lifer thing now.
You beat up a poor Bengali guy.
I kind of do.
Assuming he was Leb.
That's right.
Yeah, well, get the fuck out of Maroubra.
Being Gala. I mean, look, there's no need to make up fake places, Charlie. We all like to joke around, but being Gala, what is that? But it is kind of nice. It's like you can play a character. I feel like you would get more respect, wouldn't you?
Isn't it so
No,
weird
you
that
wouldn't. You just get more, like, fear.
Mm-hmm. Which equals respect.
And it's only because people like, if he can wear that mustache, he does not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And that is a scary
Unhinged.
position
For
to be in.
sure. Yeah. Why
Isn't it weird that every time you ever meet a bikie, they have to bring up that they're a bikie?
do they?
Yeah. And every time, it's like, you didn't really need to say it.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's pretty much the same as saying, oh, and by the way, I'm Asian. I can tell.
Yeah.
It's like
How
Mislav,
can
for
you
instance,
tell?
clearly a gypsy joke.
How can you tell they're Asian?
You know, by the eyes and stuff.
That was a trap, not an invitation.
I love that you said "and stuff." So good.
Furthermore.
Eyes and penis.
Hey, eyes the fetus.
All right.
All right, look, let's get
the
some.
yellow, you know.
I've got a question that I want to start off with. I think, Jordan, you might have more information on this, but is this going to be the shortest Labor government ever? Are we headed for another election now?
Don't say that.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wouldn't be the shortest, would it?
Well, who was shorter than that?
Well, how long was Whitlam's first term? Let's find that out.
I don't know.
I don't think it could have been very long.
What? Because of Kerr?
Huh?
You mean the whole? Kerr?
No, because he called a double dissolution, came back, the Senate was exactly the same, then he got kicked out by the Queen.
Isn't there, dude? It took Labor over a decade to come into power. What makes Albo so confident?
It took God Whitlam 23 years. Huh?
Shit.
Oh, really?
Or 30, I think.
Shit.
It was a long time that they were in opposition.
Jesus.
Damn.
And then he came in
Wait, so
with his.
is there a guarantee that
Yeah, I think he was a queer.
I think everyone in Labor is.
Yeah, probably.
is there a guarantee that a double dissolution is going to lead to another Labor government?
Huh?
Is there a guarantee that double dissolution is going to lead to another Labor government?
Yeah, but I always think that when you get a double dissolution,
Don't do it.
I think you do get punished for it. I don't
know why
there's
they
always
do
this
it.
holy grail that every government has of, oh, we're up in the polls, let's call a double dissolution now. And then when campaigning comes in, they think, oh, fuck, we just fought an unnecessary campaign.
Why does anyone do that?
Huh?
That's like the dumbest thing ever.
I think it's just you look at yourself so high in the polls and you think that the Australian public's with you.
What's the
They're
advantage?
theoretically with you. The advantage is that you could come in and just wipe the Liberals off the map for a decade. You come in and you win 85, 90 seats, and you continue on like Albo, just this steady as she goes governing, you'll be another Howard.
Dude, the risks are
Well,
higher.
Risk to reward ratio.
No, but the risks are way higher than the Russian roulette.
Okay, can I? Okay.
Yeah, you could be right.
Well, I mean, maybe.
Well, let's figure that out mathematically, maybe.
They are. What? I think about it mathematically. You get a 1 in 6 chance. It's 50-50 basically with that election.
Yeah, he's not wrong, really. It's actually really like instead of one bullet being loaded, there's 4.
Exactly.
And you got 2 clears.
Okay, I've got a question. So, I saw Albo talking about this issue. He was like, he was basically arguing with Waleed Ali, and one of the things that he was saying is that we campaigned on this, and if you're not going to let us do it, we're not being able to fulfill a key election promise. So I'm not going to discount double dissolution at all. And he was being pretty serious about that. So every time I meet someone on a regular day-to-day basis, or maybe it's just the people around me, but they're not too thrilled with the housing stuff. Like, they're falling for the Greens trap. So my question is, what makes them so confident that people are not going to be like, yeah, we talked about like fixing housing, but we didn't talk about this in air quotes bullshit policy of yours?
No, I think it's just the same move that Bob Hawke was going for, which is, and I'm very happy for them to go to a double dissolution if it pays out. But Bob Hawke was doing the same thing, and it was purely because he was just smashing the Liberals in the polls. But it backfired. I think it's just a pretext to go ahead and clean house.
Okay, so a question: if you were in Albo's position, would you keep double dissolution on the table, or would you try to reach a compromise, come whatever may?
No, I'd do the double dissolution. I probably would.
Really?
Even if it risks like having a Labour government for 1 year after 10 years.
The thing is, the other way to look at it though, Ali, is what if they're in for 3 years and they become unpopular for whatever reason? Might be better to just go to the polls while you're popular.
Well, then you get 1 year out of it. I mean, what are you going to...
Yeah, but the thing is, I can guarantee you this, right? They're not going to lose government. They might get a worse, more hostile Senate towards them. That is probably a risk. But in terms of the lower house, they'll probably increase.
Yeah, but even if that happens, I reckon like the housing bill is going to pass because it'll essentially just
Greens are
become a
talking
referendum.
tough.
If the
Greens
double
are sticking to
dissolution
it.
happens, then the election just becomes a referendum over the housing bill. And if Labour win government, even if they lose more seats in Senate, there's no way the Senate's going to block this bill. They might block other bills. Right? Because then otherwise, what's the point of a double dissolution?
No, well, that's the whole thing. Because everyone that gets elected thinks they have a mandate, and they do. So the opposition has a mandate to do what they did when they were campaigning. The Greens have a mandate to do what they did while they were campaigning. So really the only thing that you're hoping for is that you can get enough seats on your side in the Senate to pass what you want.
But sometimes, dude, in this modern world, people don't give a shit. Like, remember when Brexit happened and then the Conservatives were in power? They even won an election after that. Come on, there can't be a bigger mandate to Brexit means Brexit. But the entire opposition was still saying, like, nah, that's not what they mean. They'll come up with, like, what they mean is we want to leave the European Union, but they didn't say anything about the single market. So there's always some bullshit that they bring in. So
yes.
it's not that sort of silver bullet that we think it is.
What do you mean?
I'm like, the assumption is if there's double dissolution, there's another election, obviously, issues clear, everything's going to go as it may, but then the Senate might bring up some other bullshit excuse over it.
Yeah, they will.
And then what's the point of double dissolution, except for just more instability?
No, the point of the double dissolution, I don't even think has anything to do with the Senate. I think that every government has realised that the Senate is a lost cause. Howard fluked it once, and it became his undoing anyway. I don't think that they're looking to win the Senate. I think the Senate is just a nuisance that everyone has to deal with. I think it's about the lower house. I think that it's mostly the main reason why you want to do it while you're up is hopefully you can get enough Liberals out of the lower house that you're denying them a lot of resources. That's what you're trying to do.
I don't think it'll happen.
And also you're going to get that maybe like the one advantage is that I don't think the Liberal Party is prepared for an election by any means.
Well, that's the other thing. I think that he thinks that, look, Dutton is one of the most unpopular opposition leaders in modern history. And he's the Liberals' best shot because he's the most disciplined. He's the most experienced. He is a good politician. He's just not popular. No one else in the Liberal Party has that. I mean, who else are they going to chuck up there? Angus Taylor. Who else have we got there that's got like even a remote amount of a public profile?
Pauline
Susan Ley, maybe.
Susan Ley?
Yeah.
Yeah, she could be.
Is she
Susan Lee, sorry.
the second second
Yeah,
command?
yeah. Tiddalix, yeah.
Hey?
The Toad Woman.
Well, this is clearly a developing story.
You like that?
I do like that. It's funny.
Yeah, thought that one up myself. I'm pretty proud of that one.
She does have a sensible vibe, though, doesn't she?
Not to me. I can't really see her in any other way ever since I found out that she's into numerology and her
Is she?
highest qualification is like a TAFE in air traffic control that she flunked.
Okay.
Well, look at her. Of course she's into numerology. She's into a lot of shit. She's into crystals too, bro.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
What
surprised.
is numerology?
But then again, like she is a member for Aubrey. Huh?
Yes. Say no more.
It all,
Yeah, don't you think? It all makes sense.
It all makes sense.
All right, okay. Well, look, maybe we move on. This is clearly a developing story. I'm just going to say, so you're confident that Labour is going to come in. Do you think, okay, last question.
They would win.
Do you
I don't know if
think-
it'll be as good as they think it is.
Do you think, and be real, do you think there's going to be an election Is there going to be a double dissolution, or is this just talk?
Well, I don't know. Everyone that I talk to in the Labor Party, they're gunning for it. They think that this is one of their best opportunities in years to get like a really solid majority. I think they can really eat into the Liberal vote at the moment.
Damn.
Seems risky.
We, a
Yeah,
banana republic.
you have to remember, like, so if Labor, you consider Labor do the things that are like tough, necessary, but unpopular. You know, all the media has still been smashing him this whole time. So when people go to the polls, they're gonna be less favourable to Labor now. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
So they'll
Yeah, they're
lose
probably-
seats. They'll lose seats.
You know what I want to know about? This is what I'm wondering. Why is Sky News talking about nothing except The Voice? Like, that's all they talk about. They never really hit the Labor Party on anything else.
Probably
Dude,
because
I reckon it's just the views.
they're trying to
like-
wedge him.
Because they kind of know that the Liberal Party's out and there's nothing that you can really do for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
next
I
couple
think
of
they're
terms.
just like they're also, and I honestly think even if there is a double dissolution, I don't think the entire media landscape is going to be with the coalition because these guys are smart, man. At the end of the day, they know where power is, where the mood is, and where the money flows.
Yeah.
And so they're going to make a judgment call saying like, look, we want to support the Liberal Party, but it seems there's a pretty good possibility that they'll lose, in which case we can't hedge all our bets on them.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a pretty, I guess, neutral-ish campaign if that happens.
Yeah, I think so too. That's why I think, honestly, Albo has a really good chance because, as Mislav said, they're still the media.
Yeah.
And they still smash Labor, but it's not the same smashing
Maybe you're
that
right.
they used to have over the last 10 years. It's not that. It's not scare campaign kind of stuff. It's just like, government, am I right? It's a bit like that. There isn't this sense of urgency that if Bill Shorten gets in, will become Chile. You know, there's none of that.
You need to talk to my parents. You'll get a different view. But anyway,
Yeah, well, the thing is, your parents are just
My mum.
diehards.
my mum and her partner, yeah, they are.
Yeah. Actually, that's not even true. Your partner likes Albo. So that's a
It's not
good
my
sign.
partner. But oh yeah,
Yeah. No, well, you know, you share the same partner, and we all know that.
He likes
You know, old prison habits die hard.
fuck yeah. He likes he
Get
likes
what you can when you can.
he likes Albo, but he's still sort of just like, I think he's a good guy, but it's unrealistic. It's unsustainable.
Yeah, but that's a good position to be in. If you have
Right.
diehards that say, I like him, but...
Yeah.
then what's the general population thinking that doesn't give a shit about politics,
Right.
doesn't care at all? They're just going on vibe. And the vibe of Anthony Albanese is, and it comes in poll after poll, sturdy pair of hands, likable guy.
Yeah, 'cause
That's a good position to be in.
Because the obvious reality is that the economy, look, no one's saying the economy is good, but it could have been, everyone knows that it could have been way worse than what it is right now.
Yeah, and
Because
you
if
poll...
you just look around the world, things are pretty bad. Dude, there's a revolution pretty much every day now. Like, and
What do you
people,
mean?
like,
Like in France and shit.
well, no, the French protest.
yeah, but
there's
that's just all the time.
Yeah.
No, but it's not. Like,
Yeah, France it is.
I honestly think it's the global economy contracting because it's not just
The
France.
world, yes.
The entire world.
Yes,
Like, there
the
was-
world, yes.
There was a
Where?
revolution, like,
The
literally
world.
3-4 days ago in
Where? Philippines?
in-
Doubt it.
in an African country. Which one was it? Was it
Mozambique.
Ghana? I think.
Right.
One of the countries they just. But there's so often they're happening all the time.
But that always happens in Africa too.
No, not always. If you notice, it usually coincides with contracting economies. Like when world goes through a recession, extremely fiscally constrained countries are the first to fall like dominoes. You look at like Pakistan, for instance, has the same issue. Even a country like India, which is supposed to be considered stable at the moment, has got massive, like Modi, they're saying is in trouble because the opposition has united and they're getting this steam just because food prices have gone up. Because one of the big problems with like this economy right now is that food prices have skyrocketed.
Hell yeah, dude. Blueberries are like $14 a pack.
That's where Mislav noticed.
Yeah.
Something's wrong
Fucking
in
oath.
Russia.
It's called agriculture. Look it up.
Yeah.
I'm talking
Grow
to you.
more berries, you lazy farmers.
I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, and raspberries too. All the berries are suffering.
In
I'm
fact,
just
like,
saying.
and this is a self. And
the
this,
real victims
well,
of the
what
global
else is
financial-
there? What am I supposed to be looking at? Housing too, all right? Fuck.
And this problem feeds itself. So like it just snowballs into something bigger. So like another example is food prices have gone up. People in India are facing the pain.
Price of your mum.
They're putting.
I have to pay so much these days when I'm trying to have sex with one of your guys' mums. I still do it though because it's a necessity of mine. But yep.
Just a reminder that we're 33 going on 34. Go on. Just wanted to interject.
And I'll
that
still be doing it in our 50s, boys. Don't you
little
worry.
facts. Anyway, continue. Ali and Jordan.
And stop pretending it's our moms, it's our dad, you homo.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, Mislav's got Gus on a lockdown, so got to pick what I can.
You stay away
From
my
Gus.
dick.
All right, speaking
You
of
sugar
this, like, can we move on to our Reddit?
Probably would. He's a handsome man.
Let's move on to the Reddit segment. I can't remember what you named it, Jordan.
Give me that.
Oh, yeah,
flavor.
what do we
I wanna
call
try
it again?
You just named it, but here's the thing.
What do we call it again? I can't remember. Look, the point is that it has a name.
Yeah.
It has
The
a
point
name.
is, it has a
to
name.
do with penis.
I think. What flavor you got?
All right, this week's installment comes from Our Unpopular Opinion, one of the staples of Reddit, I am told. And I don't know how this is an unpopular opinion. I don't know how this could have caused such great controversy on the internet, really. Personally, because it just feels like no one can have experience in this particular field, which is, here it is, sucking your own dick doesn't
Right.
feel good.
Okay, Jesus.
Well, is that an unpopular opinion?
I don't know.
See, that's what I'm saying. Is it unpopular? Is that the right term for that?
I don't know. It's
You can say
unpopular.
that something's unpopular, like, all right, I don't like raspberries. Everyone has a stake in that. They've had raspberries before. But
Wait, what are you saying?
how
The
has
popular opinion?
18,000 people suck their own cock? It's just must be just the poster and Marilyn Manson. Those are the only people that can do it.
Marilyn.
You got to be really flexible.
That
But
was it,
every
Marilyn
boy has
Manson.
thought about it.
Maybe Marilyn Manson
Yeah.
is this poster.
He's written.
I mean, what does he do these days? He doesn't make that much music. Well, should we delve into it,
I'm
gentlemen?
Please.
Let's find out
Very,
why.
very
Bismillah.
anxious.
Here we go. This is always a good start of somebody that's a great human being. They start a post with so. So, a couple of months ago, I found out that I was able to suck my own dick. Wow. That's what a discovery. Well done. Good on you, mate.
Fuck.
And when I say suck my own dick, I don't mean simply licking the tip of the penis. I mean full-on deep throating my entire cock.
I hate this segment.
Jesus Christ, this must be a Chinese gymnast. What's going on? When I first found out about this, I was so excited, and I immediately began sucking my own. Immediately.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
An instinctual urge.
Immediately drops everything straight to the room.
This man is an autosexual.
Yeah.
He's an autosexual. I thought that was a myth.
Fuck.
Though I realised it wasn't really pleasurable at all, it felt more like I was sucking someone else's dick than my own dick. Now I'm starting to see why this is unpopular. How's that possible? Well, do the receptors just stick off on your peenie? How is it someone else's penis?
But you've got receptors in your mouth too. So
It would just.
it seems that the mouth is taking over the penis.
Yeah, okay, all right. That part checks out. Other than that, this has been a very serious post. So don't get me wrong, there was some pleasure, but it was completely overshadowed by the feeling of having a penis in my mouth.
What is this Reddit? What is Reddit? What the fuck is this? What the
You're looking at
is
it.
this what the creator of Reddit set out to
I
make?
think so.
Yeah.
Like if you ever saw anyone who was one of the OG moderators of Reddit, this is exactly.
Dude, this is what tells you that Reddit was meant for this. If you look at the comments of Reddit, you know how on YouTube you can sort comments by newest, top, or whatever it might be? On Reddit,
yeah.
you can sort it by controversial.
For fuck's sake, disgusting, perverted.
I wasn't able to focus on the sensation of being sucked off since all the focus was having an entire fucking dick in my mouth. It was a surreal experience to feel all my cock veins. Did you have to say veins? Was that necessary?
Really hope my the parents aren't listening to this episode.
Yeah, well, you know, Gus, you can learn a thing.
Gus,
Stop it.
don't
Stop it.
See, you don't
Stop
need Mislav's
it.
mum
Oh,
anymore.
for
You can go on your own
just
from now
stop,
on. You know?
stop.
Immediately,
Stop.
Gus goes into his room.
Stop. Just
Well, the internet is about discovery.
stop.
You just got to keep up with the modern world.
Look at that, miss. I know why you're feeling nervous about this.
Was
Well, because now Gus, you've got more competition for Gus.
what part of stop don't you understand?
Sorry. Yeah, I don't understand it. Sorry. And stuff in my mouth. But it wasn't what I was looking for. But it wasn't what I was looking for.
Okay.
What were you looking for when you started sucking your own
Serious.
cock?
Well,
What did you want out of this?
He expected it's going to feel like Pamela Anderson sucking his cock, except that it felt like him sucking off Tommy
He has a
Jones.
very high opinion of himself, doesn't he? That is like, yeah, me, some ugly nerd online that's fat. That's going to feel like a porn star.
Well, he's not fat, dude. He's sucking his own dick. This
That's
guy
Yeah,
true.
the skinny
is
Reddit.
skinny
Skinny
and
Reddit.
flexible as.
Yep.
Credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
It wasn't because my head game was trash. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, you're amazing at head. Yeah. You. For fuck's sake. All these weird emojis at the top.
Because the comments are always so toxic. Like, the first thing would be like, yeah, that's because your head game isn't good.
Yeah, I know. This is an experienced Redditor. He knows the
yeah.
obvious plot holes.
Your head game shit, right, lad?
I actually became pretty good at sucking dick
God.
because of my special ability. What? How does that help?
What special ability?
Yeah, what special ability? Why is he...
Well, he
got
practiced.
giganticism in the lips or something. What's going on? So yeah, sucking your own dick is nowhere near comparable to someone else sucking you off.
Good to know. Dude, he's public service. There's a lot of teenage boys out there that don't know the answer to that question, and he's answering it for them.
And then he finishes with, I think I'm just going to stick to jacking off. And then the first one, look at this as well. Come on. The top comment is from someone called Ugly Man 414.
Great.
Right? So yeah, that's just
Yeah.
Can you? This is why I hate Reddit. Reddit should just be renamed "I Hate Myself." And so everything that comes out of it is just a bunch of insecure, nasty goblins online. Yes, it's more like sucking your dick than getting your dick sucked. But what people won't tell you is that at the moment of your climax, your top half's instinct is to arch back, while your bottom half's instinct is to thrust forward. Holy shit.
Boy,
We've got the human equivalent of cat dog. That's awesome. And then the next comment is, just sum it up, Mislav to a nutshell. Dear God, why do I keep reading these comments?
Yeah, I'm with you, bud.
So what, you didn't like that story?
No, I didn't.
Really?
Yes, I didn't.
Were you never curious when you were in, like, I don't know, school or some shit?
Probably. But
Yeah, I think I tried to. But look. That's it. I've done yoga for 10 years. Like, how does this bend? All that happens is you bend over and...
you go forward.
Yeah, you
go
go forward.
too far forward.
Maybe I'm just a really cheap... Maybe I have the same posture as a cheap G.I. Joe knockoff from Paddy's Markets. Just this one hinge here going...
Yeah, you do. You are. That's you.
I reckon out of everyone here, Mislav would be the most capable of sucking himself up. Because I don't even know if this man has bones. Look at him.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's just so limber all
King
the
of
time.
going through the motions.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Well,
advertise
next,
himself
let's
like
find out. Next week we'll have a.
Now find out now. Come on. We're waiting for it.
that. Yeah, you've got the mustache
Just
for it.
give us a go. See if you... He's more bendy than me, and okay, the neck is really freaking me out. It feels like it's about to snap off.
If you had a big one, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, but
Well-
this isn't this guy's deep throating himself.
That's fucking mental.
He's putting his own head down with his hand. Just like,
Jesus.
One
Where
man
do
orgy.
you find these stories? That's what
People
I
are sending them in, which, by the way, keep sending in the most shocking things.
Great.
I think maybe we should call this segment "Try to Shock Mislav."
Yep, you got it. You win. Jesus.
That's it. So we send him on a misadventure every week. By the way, keep them coming because we run out of ideas. And so that'll be it. We'll give Mislav a bad, unenjoyable week and then an unenjoyable pod.
Yes. Just the shit of my life is the better, basically.
There's another.
For everyone, for views and me. It's a double win.
There should be another Reddit thread.
All right. This one is the mythical. How's this, Biz? Small dick problems.
Oh my God.
Is Reddit just about penises? Is that it?
I think so.
All right.
A lot of that.
Well, look at this, Miss. You're gonna like this.
All right. Yeah.
The flag, the official emblem of our small dick penis,
Yeah.
is a very short ruler.
It's just a ruler.
That's
It's a
good.
very
That's good. That's
And you know what
good.
the funny thing about this thread is?
What
People
the
introduce themselves as, "Hi, I'm 5 inches. Hi, I'm 4 inches. Circumference 3 inches."
There's
This
some
has been a support
communities
group that's been going for
yeah.
11 years.
Yeah, dude.
Some
It's a
People need some
support group.
serious cancelling about this.
Jesus fuck. They need professional help, not fucking talking anonymously online.
To other freaks.
God.
Yeah, this is Reddit is the exact opposite of therapy.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
just bad answers from bad people.
Yeah.
Nonetheless,
Misinformation.
it's nice to laugh at them.
Yeah.
Huh? All right, so this one's. How's this for a title? You ready? Does this shock you, Miss?
Uh-huh.
I'm tired of guys with average sized dicks coming in here and saying they're small.
Frankly, you don't belong in Tiny Dicks community. You should promptly make your way to average penis Reddit thread pages. How dare you infiltrate?
Is this like a badge of honor to these people? The fact that they have a disability? What's going on? What's happening here?
Yeah, they're discriminating against other people.
No. This is the same emotion that
That's what's
JK.
so weird about Reddit. What?
This is the same emotion that J.K. Rowling feels when trans people say that they're women and they have women's issues. It's like, stop lying, you're not there yet. Because dude, okay, if you think about it, every man thinks he's small for some reason, even like the
No, I
biggest
don't.
ones. Well, maybe unless you're like a freak. Or unless you get constant feedback from Gus, it's hard to tell.
It's
I don't
exactly it.
either. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, but that's the only reason you don't think you have a small penis is because I keep reinforcing in your mind
That's
that you
true.
have the largest cock on earth. You're just so big. You should come in there and say, man, like take a photo of it and be like, oh God, it's so small, guys. Can you imagine how angry they get?
Yeah.
You've got enough cock to share around. You'd be like that fish in that old kindergarten book, that the rainbow fish, and he gives a scale to all the fish that don't have nice scales.
Now you can dream as well.
Yeah, you've got enough. Your cock's so big that you could give everyone who has a small dick a big dick.
Yeah. Communism, give your dick to some others.
Yeah, you're being very so. No wonder you don't like communism. Keeping it all to yourself. This cock billionaire.
Libertarian billionaire.
Mislav owns the means of production.
What are you producing? Sperm.
Yeah, and lots of it. And good times.
Plenty of good times. Fuck.
The thing is, I think that Mislav's penis is. There's a lot I have to say about Mislav's penis. A lot. I might keep a lot of it to the upper.
Upplay.
I've studied it as much as these men have studied their own tiny cocks. So they need microscopes to see. I'll tell you this one thing though. I don't need microscopes to see that. And I have vision impairment, and I can still see it very well.
I feel like I
But that's it. Like, it's just the same thing. It's like when you asked Mislav until about 2 weeks ago, how tall were you? And he's like, I don't know, 14. I was like, why? It's like, because he stopped measuring himself at 13. That's why.
Literally, that's a fact. That is a fact. Turns out I'm like very tall.
Yeah, dude, you're a mountain man. He doesn't realize that in Harry Potter, when there was that half giant that was kept in chains in the forest, They were just filming his life. That's all that. There's no CGI there. And he's sitting there and they're just going like, wow, you're a very sad judge. Like, can't break the chains. Why? I'm 4'10".
Too busy on social media
to measure myself.
Did you never think that you might be taller when everyone around you was just shorter than you?
Nope.
Never occurred to him. Isn't that incredible? Isn't that amazing?
Hey, dude, the
This
maths.
whole time he could have just been a professional basketball player for the Sydney Kings.
Yeah. No, it's because I respect maths.
You don't respect
I
maths.
do respect maths.
If you
You
respected
really
it, you would have
don't.
studied it.
No, I
Yeah,
did study it.
exactly.
I just measured myself in maths. So my brain was like, you don't go against the maths.
Yeah, but you measured yourself in maths when you knew less about maths than you know now. That's
Yes,
I would
but
say
never-
more.
Yeah, probably more actually, because he had to actually study it back then.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
true.
Who out of the three of us actually knows the times tables?
Oh, not this
Oh,
again.
that's
Not his superpower.
Yeah,
Here
that's
we go.
right, little buddy. Buddies.
Little buddy, come on.
All the way down there.
Oh, jeez. I should have
All right,
never
do
told
it.
him those things. And you know what's incredible as well?
All
He's
right,
much
no.
more proud of the fact that he knows his timetables than he has a large cock. That's like, he's way more proud of that.
Tell us the 8 times table, quick now.
I don't know him that well.
You just pretend. You just flexed.
Like most of your identity is built on
8 times 6, 64. 8 times...
You don't start at 8 times 6. You start at 8 times 1.
8 times 1 is 8. 16. Is it 24? 8 times 3,
Oh,
24.
I wish I knew what the answer.
8 times 4, 32.
Yeah.
8 times 5,
Come on, that's the easiest
I know.
one. Jesus, miss.
40?
Oh, he's buckling under pressure.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20,
See,
30,
this is the whole thing.
40, 40.
Maybe
8
that's
times
it.
6 is 64.
Dude, the next
8 times 7.
misadventure, let's get his old maths tutor and get him to give him a recap.
Jamshid.
Yeah, Jamshid.
I had a guy called Jamshid. That was my maths tutor.
Why are they? Oh shit.
Yeah. Where's that from? Persia or whatever, right?
Oh, well, it's a Muslim name.
Is it?
Yeah, but it can be Persian. It can be Paki. It
Well,
can be
he
Indian.
was cleaning up. Tell you that much. Still pillaging Byzantine, taking these Croatians' money.
Yeah, you hated that man, didn't you?
Yeah. Anyway, I think I just proved it. That's good
And
enough.
very much like
8 times
the
9 is
Ottomans
64.
trying to impart wisdom, which is being refused. by
8
the
times 9 is not 64.
I didn't say 8 times 6, 64. 8's hard.
Yeah, you
7
don't know
times
it.
8. It is, isn't it?
No, 9 times 8 is not 64. It has to be 72.
Yeah, that's the one. 9 times
That's the
72.
one.
That's it.
Pass me my phone.
I
know
got most
these
of
maths
it.
times tables
No,
better
I
than you,
got
and the
most
whole
of it.
time I got most of
I'm
them.
gonna be honest. I think
With
we
a lot
all
of
suck
prompting.
at it, but
Huh?
we all suck at it. To be fair, but
No,
can
we
you
all
pass me
do
my phone?
suck.
I want to
What's 6
actually
times
take
6?
the calculator out.
What's 6 times...
36.
All right.
You
Just
win
got
this
one.
round.
7 times 7.
49.
49. Yeah, 49.
You fucking helped him. I'm not asking you.
Well, that's the one that I knew.
9 times 9.
What
Don't
else
say
you
anything.
got? 81.
You fucking do know him.
Mm.
Oh, well, fuck you.
All right. Well, can we go back?
See, that's
to
what I'm
small
saying. This you
penises?
don't respect maths.
No, I do
You don't
respect
it.
maths.
You don't respect
No,
it.
I do.
You don't even
Dude,
respect your maths tutor.
you-
You're still
you
making fun of
respect-
him.
There's a
certain
distinction.
band members of Queens of the Stone Age. And some of them you really resent.
Gene Troutman. He really blew it, did he?
I don't know, did he?
I like him. I like Gene.
Okay, so see, this is the whole thing. He knows the entire etymology of Queens of the Stone Age drummers
Yes,
down
I
to
do.
a nutshell.
Yes, Alfredo Hernandez.
And he has that knowledge in what he thinks he has for maths. That's the
No,
difference.
that's not true.
It is.
I'm just
Miss.
saying maybe I overstated my
Acumen.
precisely my times tables acumen, but I
This is,
you know.
I've realized your self-concept of yourself is you're 13 in your head. You're
what do you-
13. Because you think that you're 14. You think you know your times tables like the back of your hand.
Dressed like Bart Simpson.
well, I
You
mean, what do
think
you,
dressing
you
like a
guys can't
prisoner
really-
is cool.
you guys can't talk in the dressing room.
Oh, no, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think like a known.
But the difference
criminal
is,
cool
I
enough.
In a
know
way-
I'm a man child. I know I'm a man child. He's unaware of the fact that he's a man
In
child.
a way, I think you might be right because I do think I kind of peaked at 13, and like I think I peaked in terms of like profound life lessons at that age too. So I kind of am stuck there a bit.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
How old
Like,
do you
I'm
think
sorry,
you
you
are?
didn't think that you've
13.
grown at all.
No,
And again, you thought you had a tiny penis until I like reiterated in your head. No, Mislav, it's dragging on the ground. You're a dinosaur. His back T-Rex
Stop it.
tail. It's not a penis, it's a tail. He doesn't have a penis. He's a front tail.
Elephant's trunk.
Oh my god! All right, well, finalized. I'm the world's best mathematician. I'm 4'10", and I have a micro
Really
penis.
tiny.
Now
This
tell
red
me-
page is
yeah,
for you, mate.
That's right. That's me writing that. All right. I'm just
Yeah.
self-conscious about it.
6 inches isn't a small dick. No,
Well, that's
it's above average. Yeah. 5 inches isn't even that small, and many women would be fine with that. My dick is the size of a woman's finger.
oh yeah. That's shit.
What are these people saying? I've never measured because it would fuck me up to see how small my penis
Oh my
is.
God.
In indisputable measurements.
We shouldn't be laughing at this.
My last relationship ended because she didn't enjoy having sex. She didn't
that's the
enjoy
worst
having
one.
sex with
That's
me.
when it gets serious.
She tried. We tried every position in the book, but at the end of the day, it wasn't me having a small dick that ruined it. It was me having a small dick that ruined our relationship.
Jesus, man.
Wow, that is a small dick problem. Now I get to think about the woman I love getting fucked by other guys and liking it more than she ever liked it with
Far.
me.
This is
Look,
bad.
you don't have to think about that.
That's literally the worst thing you can think about.
Remember that guy that called in and he had a small dick and he was just like, hey, just get to use your tongue, mate. It's all good.
Yeah.
I'll get my share of women. There's
Yeah.
other things you can work on then.
Yeah.
Just get your, just look at a bunch of those tutorials of a guy with long hair with a woman on a massage table going, okay, so this is how you get a woman to squirt. And just really get it up there. And
What is that, porn?
no, it's like porn guide. I don't know. It's advanced sex ed.
Oh my god.
Is that the 6-pack methodology?
I don't know what that is.
It's how you hold a 6-pack.
Oh,
doing it,
okay. I
What
don't
the
know
fuck,
how
bro?
that
Imagine
helps.
lifting a 6-pack, and that's how the fingers position should be.
Yeah, well, I just
the
have no
literature.
experience with 6-packs or
Yeah.
giving women orgasms. Anyway, so-
Neither of those are a good metric for you.
wait. She wasn't satisfied in the bed, isn't that all, guys? Okay, just me. It makes me depressed as shit when I see a guy on here calling his dick small in the comments, and he says he's 5'5". Dude, this man is a scholar in small penises. This man has thought a lot about this subject.
Well, he lives
He
it.
has a PhD in it. He lives it, but a lot of men live with small penises. But this man decided to take it to the next level. This is his education in life. You know what I would have done with you know what I would do to have a 5-inch cock? Please. He didn't elaborate. I want to know what he'd do. Would he do the deer hunter Russian roulette thing? That's what I want to know. Some women may prefer more inches, but there is very real possibility that you could sexually satisfy some women. Me, on the other hand, no woman I've ever been with has enjoyed sex with me, even if they're too polite to outwardly say it. Oh, well, now you're just projecting. Come on.
Yeah,
One of them must have.
It might
This is
be
as
your own
sad
insecurities,
This is
honey.
as sad as All Quiet in the Western Front.
Yeah.
All Quiet in
It
the
was-
Southern Front.
Exactly. What a waste.
Lest we forget.
Yeah, lest we forget this comment. It's embarrassing to have women go down on me so much that I don't like BJs. I don't like HJs either. And to make matters worse, I'm a tall guy with a stocky build. Wow.
What?
So he's all man except his penis.
Ah. Shit.
Mislav, come on, donate some of your contents, please, just a bit.
All right.
It'd help you.
One of the scales.
It'll be like $50 or no less.
Yeah. $50.
Everything's $50.
It's a pineapple or bust, mate. It's a good round number.
If you give me $60, I'll throw in a sock as well.
Make it 2.
This is amazing. Listen to this. This is the first comment. God, Reddit is just vile. It's just the most putrid people. This is the first comment. So where are people with average dick supposed to go then, huh?
Gee, this guy's pouring his heart out. Oh.
If women are calling average dick small, doesn't that mean it's small too? Just a reminder, average isn't a size, so average can be small and is according to the women. Okay, so he's making a very subject. He's adding postmodernism to this critique.
Oh, for fuck.
That's incredible. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so mostly what Are Small Penis is about is just arguing over what is a small penis.
Oh, it's just anything to do with small penises. It's all small.
Damn, it's all... Look at that ruler. Look at that ruler. It's so small. 4 inches or lower. God damn. Thank you so much for your contributions, everybody. Make sure that you keep them coming.
Yep.
Mislav, did you enjoy the second one?
No, that's not the right word for it.
Mm-hmm. Did you learn something?
Yep. Mm-hmm. That there's even more sad men in the world than I originally thought.
Yep. That's about it.
That's about it.
Okay.
Life's cruel.
Well, get ready for that, miss, because you're going to be deep diving into just how many sad men there are. Because that's Reddit.
Great.
Dude, apparently what bothers women more than a small cock is the insecurity of having a small cock. Because guys who...
Which that man is teaming with.
Of course. Well, he clearly has an extremely
It's the same
small
with
cock
anything
too.
if you're confident.
But like there's people that have average-sized cocks that think they have a small cock, and they're constantly bringing it up with their partner, saying like, hey, "Do you think I'm too small?" And they'd always be like, "No, this is great. I'm really enjoying sex with you." And they'd be like, "Okay." And then like next day, do you think it's small? So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The
It's like
insecurity of
anything.
it is almost worse than the cock itself.
Yeah.
Well, you made the point, Ali. We were sitting there after a succulent Chinese meal, and because I was talking about that sketch idea that I have of, it's going to say what men think women want, and then it's just going to have some guy doing the Patrick Bateman beginning of the day jogging and saying, every day, Mr. Business gets up at 4:30 a.m. He imports acai bowls directly from Brazil to maximum nutrients. And it's going to have that. And then it's just going to say what women really want. And it's going to be some skinny cunt with a hat backwards pulling a bong going,
Yeah.
want to hit? And that's the end.
Yeah.
And then we were discussing, why is that? Why is, in fact, Miss, you have a lot of experience with a bunch of men that never wear shirts despite having nothing to show off.
Yeah.
That,
Except for
Hey,
ribs.
tattoos. There's tattoos.
Yeah, tattoos and
you know,
ribs.
like, would probably go to Rocco Siffredi and be like, it's pretty low body count, man. Like 5,000 women. Dude, look, it's pretty virgin-y stuff.
Yeah.
And why do you think that is?
It's what he said, confidence. It is just confidence, I
Because
think.
Ali was saying
Being
that it's,
sure of yourself, I guess.
yes, but he was saying that it's a lack of insecurity. That's the more important
Lack
thing.
of insecurity.
Lack of insecurity automatically
Well,
makes you confident.
same shit, you know?
But it's also like, dude, I honestly think like women just like someone that can put them at ease. If they feel comfortable around someone, you know, when women say like, "Oh, I love a funny man," I think, sure, like who hates jokes? But I think you're not really looking for a comedian. You're looking for someone that you can be really chill around, and that's why they often say like, "Oh, he's just someone that I can be myself with." It's because like you're not scared of them, and comedy or being funny is good because like. You can't be afraid of someone that just made you laugh.
Yeah,
All
but you
barriers
don't
are
want to have a
broken.
clown.
Yeah, you don't necessarily want to have a clown.
I
But
mean,
clowns
I
are not
lucked
threatening.
out with just dating an immigrant that didn't have many chances. But most women don't want to be around a joke-matic 3000.
Nah, Probably.
I can tell you from experience.
Fuck off. What do you mean?
No, well, I don't know. I don't know. I can't even remember if I'm successful with women. I'm just in such a long-term relationship. This lifer.
No, fully. So it's hard.
But dude, I honestly, okay, here's the other thing. All of that shit is true when you're in your 20s. I reckon after 35, it's
women
not
just grab
even,
onto what they can.
Dude, women are just like, if you can have a conversation, that's pretty much all they're looking for at that point. They've like given up on all the other shit.
Well, if there's one thing that skinny cunt on the couch pulling bongs can do, it's have a conversation.
Yeah,
exactly.
That guy knows how to.
Hey, that's it.
That guy knows how to vibe.
Yeah.
Women,
That's about it.
Don't you think it's kind of bad? Like, for men, the point where you're least likely to have sex is in your early 20s. Yeah. And then as you get older, it gets easier. And for women, it's always easy for them, I guess. But, as they age, it gets more and more difficult to get laid, in a sense.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
There's a real feeling of that.
Well, I am so happy that I'm a man because I'd much rather choose the just getting sexier with age.
Yeah, it's harder it'd be harder.
Look, honestly, I don't think it's necessarily true, though.
Nah, you're right.
I don't know. I saw a waitress the other day she'd have to be 50. She might have been one of the hottest women I've ever seen.
Dude, no, I 100% agree as well. Like, dude, okay, I don't want to get too into it, but like older women are way better, for me at least. But having said that, I do also realize that they're a lot easier. I'm a married man. I'm out of the game, so like I'm not doing any of that. But I'm just saying, like, if I wanted to, I could,
Yeah.
Like, but it's really hard
that
when you're
small penis guy can't though.
Dude, the most difficult is when you're in high school.
Oh,
because everyone has like these tremendous expectations.
Yeah, except for like
school.
3 guys.
Yeah, but I still think you mug yourself because I don't want to speak for you, but I feel like we both were in this situation where it's just like girls liked us, me and him, but then we were just kind of like, overthink it and fuck it up.
Not even overthink it. I honestly think that a big part of my thing was, no, she'll realize I'm a piece of shit.
Well, I probably had a bit of that too, but I was just kind of like, she's too good for me. She's too good for me.
The guys with no shirts and heaps of tats at our school, they were not thinking that.
Nah, they weren't. And
they absolutely were not.
Exactly.
They thought that they were absolute legends despite all evidence saying otherwise. And yet, they became legends despite not being legends.
In high school, besides like insecurity, what else gets you laid? What are the most critical things that you need to have in order to get...
confidence and really social status.
But you know what we were also saying? Miss, these were the popular boys at school. And let us know in the comments, is there anyone else that we're missing on this? A guy that was mad at sport, but not...
Jocks.
Yeah, but not to that level where they were autistically good and should have gone to a sports high school.
No.
That's not good.
No,
that's the Mr. Business gets up at 4:30. That's that guy.
Yeah.
That guy wasn't getting laid.
Were smart kids getting laid? Like if you were really good at studies?
No. Absolutely not. That was me.
Because in my high school, that alone wouldn't make you popular. But if you had the golden combo of being really good at studies and being like good at sports, then yeah, the bitches were.
Yeah, but that's not even a golden combo. That's just an all rounder. That's just someone who's good at everything.
Yeah, but they might not even be good at I'm thinking of someone here. They were really good at sports and they were really good at studies. But dude, it was so boring to have a conversation with him. But he would still get hot chicks.
Yeah, okay.
And all those hot chicks, by the way, unanimously would, like, once they broke up with him, go like, God, that was a fucking stupid pick. But you'd still picked him.
Yeah, well, I think that's just lack of judgment when you're in your teens.
No, but there's also like something of like, traditionally, what did you need in a spouse? You needed them to be physically strong enough to go and hunt for you, and you needed them not to be
exactly.
stupid.
But the thing is that once you're in that relationship and you realize, oh, I'm not starving, it's not caveman times, then you realize, yeah, it's a bad pick.
Yeah.
So they're not going to make that pick again in their life, ever again. So that guy is peaking at high school. That's the end.
What about like dangerous boys? Did they get laid at your high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, like what we were saying, dangerous in the sense of, we whipped eggs at this old guy at the tennis court. It was mad. Like that kind of dangerous. Not the kind of dangerous of, I burnt down the gym.
No.
Not that guy.
Not scary.
Oh, well, that's
Not scary.
psycho. That's
But he's
what-
dangerous.
But like short shit like, oh, we just egged that idiot's house.
Yeah. You put shit in a bag and lit it on fire. Principal stuck it out.
I took a shit on this guy's chest. No?
No, that's I don't know if that's gonna get the ladies.
That different high
Might
school.
get a
Very
specific
different high
type of man. I mean, Mislav's gigantic penis is clearly getting hard, but
Hey, I mean that. We did with the right suburb. We're in Newtown.
yeah.
pick up.
You'd be very successful at Newtown.
Because, dude, Funny didn't get you laid. I
Nah.
can tell you that much.
Nah, Funny was a good move with the boys.
Yeah.
Not with the girls.
And Funny also made you, like, so I remember this in high school, being funny was, definitely would get you in with the boys. The boys want to hang out with you. The girls would be entertained, so they would want to talk to you, but they don't want to date you.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, so
that makes sense.
when I'm thinking back at it, it was the guy that was good at sport, but I think really, as Mislav was saying, he was only good at sport because he was confident, and then he was just like, I'm mad at cricket, and just kept doing it until he was mad at cricket. Then it was the bad boy. You know what? The other one that was a genius move, and this was a guy that was extremely socially intelligent. He just went for the loser chicks, and some of the loser chicks were hot. They just weren't in the hot group, so everyone just immediately gave them lower value because they weren't sought after there.
Now,
That guy did
some
that,
hot chicks don't know they're hot.
and he was going for them.
Yeah.
But that guy was just, he was just socially adept,
Right.
and that's always going to work.
Yeah, and you learn that lesson much later.
He didn't.
I'm going to say something very un-PC, so...
Just to
edit this
change
out.
Well,
it
that's
up.
great.
Just to
While we're
change
live.
up the
Yeah,
pod.
yeah,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
But here, I think like that realization that if you're not good at hanging out with the ladies, it's the Gavin McInnes advice, like go out there, fuck some fatties, get some miles in.
Yeah.
And like if you realize that early on, that like it's not like
That's
thing.
a 19-year-old realization. That's not a 17-year-old
Dude,
realization.
for me, it was like 27.
27. There you go.
Dang.
Late bloomer.
Too late. Anyways,
Yeah, well, I think that's pretty much just summed it up. I think Mislav is right.
What?
Dude, if you think you're mad, then
Yeah,
you are.
that's really
That's
it.
about
That's
it.
really it.
And you can just...
It's good to have some grounding.
It's
in
amazing
reality,
because
but-
some of these people, they have no skills, no resources. They're annoying. But if they walk into a fucking, I don't know, like PWC or whatever, I can guarantee you they'll be on the board in a week. Just going in there being like, is that a vase, is it? Oh, sorry, man. Yeah, it's pretty hectic though. Like, it's kind of like more artistic. No, don't clean it up, man. Just leave it there. Yeah. Yeah, so I hear you need like a CFO. What's that? Oh, like money and shit. Yeah, I've counted money before. Yeah, give me that job. And then they'll walk out and everyone on the board will be like, why the fuck did we just hire him? It's so it would have happened.
Yeah,
It's true, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it's like the poison ivy thing, like, and you're just like,
Even though the whole time something in your head is just being like, you're an annoying cunt. But you still just give him whatever he wants.
Yeah,
He's just really like there is no doubt in that man's mind ever. He's never had a doubt,
well, that's the reason for success.
isn't it?
it is. Yeah.
It truly is.
How do you get to that? You just need to have lived a childhood with zero insecurities.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Tell you what though, in your later life, they start creeping in.
What
Yeah,
insecurities?
probably.
A lot of those people that peaked in high school, when they reach the real world, some of them just are completely oblivious for the rest of their life, and it's just smooth sailing from then until death. In fact, they're probably so confident they don't die.
They don't die.
Just saying to their cells, just being like, nah, man, still kicking it, it's mad. This cancer's here. Yeah, it's just morphing the body. Whatever, dude. Just come in.
Life's
Come in, have
about
some fun."
change.
Yeah. He might outlive us, despite the fact that I think that his entire diet is alcohol.
Dang. Well, I mean, I don't think like Tony Robbins will die, and he's pretty confident, right?
Yeah, but he's just. I think that's
He does
got
ice
to that point of.
baths.
I'm sure that the artist that is the world's greatest cello player is probably getting laid a lot. I think it's just if you are the absolute best in the world, like you leave your high school and you're no longer just good at cricket there, but you're just the best cricket player of all time. Yes, okay, there's an exception for that guy.
Yeah.
But the second best cricket player that was probably at your high school, nah, probably not.
Hey, I've got to show you guys one of the funniest things I've seen on the internet. I'm gonna reveal things. Like, I've already shown it to Jordan because
It's amazing.
I couldn't hold myself. But Miss, do you know who?
I'm just imagining you just go and get a website. It's just that fucking small penis.
No,
It's
it's not.
Look at that ruler.
Look at the ruler.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
thank you.
Miss,
Finally.
do you know who Great Khali is? The WWE wrestler.
No.
So Great Khali is like a WWE wrestler, or was a WWE wrestler. He's originally from India. He's like this massive dude, right? He's like
Really?
one of the tallest people, and he was big and
Taller than me.
did way taller.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, you're 4'10", miss.
so the WWE hired him, and he became like a big WWE superstar. He was fighting with those Triple H and all
Yeah.
those guys until like I think they found out that his height and body was because of a genetic disorder, and so he can't
Shit.
walk now. But
Oh,
anyways,
Jesus.
the funny thing is, I was watching these Indian comedian YouTubers called AIB, and this is during COVID. I'm gonna put up a video
Okay.
where they're playing like this shitty this carom board game, and it's literally a 30-second video. But basically, the Great Khali makes a surprise appearance on his stream, right?
Oh, sick.
You know what's incredible about that as well?
What?
The game is third world. Everything
Yeah.
about this
Pepsi
is,
Man, dude.
I mean,
Pepsi Man-
Pepsi Man would be an upgrade. They're entertained
But
by...
dude, Pepsi Man is the most ridiculous thing ever. Like, I don't know how we kind of just glazed over that. It's like Pepsi Man, an inanimate silver man that doesn't have a storyline, has no face, no character. It's just a walking Pepsi can that collects Pepsi.
yeah.
That's not a game.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think it was a great game. But put on your headphones. You got your headphones on?
Dude,
Check
how is
this
that
out.
a great... It's by definition not.
Check this out. So that guy, he's a wrestler, right?
Look at how POV it is. Look
Yeah.
at this POV game, this tiny image on a phone.
It's POV. It's so POV.
Even the guy in the corner, he's like one of the richest men in India.
Really?
He's just
he's
like
a
got
really famous
worse
comedian.
So that's the
video
wrestler?
footage than I had on my
So
Jordan
at the
Shanks
top-
channel.
At the top in that tiny phone is a wrestler. At the bottom
Is some guy.
is a comedian who's just doing like a COVID stream, and he sometimes gets like some of his fans to appear and play a game of
Right.
that carom board with him, and so he's doing that and he doesn't
What's the game called?
carom board.
It looks
is
so
that
crap.
shit?
It looks crap, bro.
You have to explain that game to us
Oh,
afterwards
dude,
because
it's
that's
like it's basically
as funny
just-
as the clip.
It's
like
just
pool?
pool. It's just
It's
pool.
pool.
Yeah, it's pool. But like you
How is that
flick it.
pool?
You flick it.
It's pool, yeah.
Anyways, all right, watch this.
Sir, I can't believe this is actually happening. खली सर वैसे आप कहाँ रहते हो अभी?
Wow, such an entertaining man.
अभी now
There's a reason it's at the top.
Jalandhar.
Look.
जलंधर में हो अभी. आप कभी आपका वो ad देखा था मैंने एक.
Yeah.
Shit. Holy fuck. Did he just headbutt that fuck on the table?
इतना मजा आ रहा था खेलने का.
He's saying I was having so much fun playing until he showed up.
Oh my god.
Wait. Go back. Pause on that. Such a genetically inferior man. Just look at him.
Who did he headbutt? That was the wrestler?
No, the
wrestler's the big guy.
So apparently, I tried to look it up.
Why did he do
Did
that?
the dead, but he had slammed.
Okay, so I actually
slammed his head in the table.
I watched a fair bit of the stream and I just discovered the headbang and I thought I've got to share this. But so what's happening is that before this, that little scrawny guy who just got his head he was like playing, he was watching TikTok or some shit, and the Great Khali kept saying like lower your volume, shut up, and he wasn't listening, and then eventually he was like, what the hell are you doing? So he just came up and
Oh
shot.
my god.
I'm gonna-
Can we watch that again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because wait,
One more
who's
time.
the guy he does it to?
There's so much to take in.
The guy who he does it to, I think, is either a worker of his or a cousin of his
Fuck,
or
man.
someone that he knows.
That is mental.
ये
I love that the guy's reaction is
I
like,
can't believe this is actually happening.
His laugh.
खली सर वैसे आप कहाँ रहते हो अभी?
How is this one?
अभी now पंजाब जलंधर
जलंधर में आप ही आप कभी
Oh my God, oh
आपका
my
वो
God.
ऐड देखा था
It's
मैंने
so
एक
brutal. I
बार
can't. Bro, he gave that guy brain damage.
It wasn't hard either. Look at how spindly he is.
कितना मजा आ रहा था खेलने
What's he
का
saying now?
He's like, I was having so much fun playing.
Oh, for fuck.
Just pause on the guy. Go back, Ali.
That is-
Pause on the man.
God, these
Just I've
keyboards
never
suck.
seen
That
someone
guy,
that looks like that
guy
before.
like African?
Go back. No,
No.
the Indians, dude. Wait. No, keep going.
आप कभी आपका वो ऐड देखा था मैंने एक बार
Wait. Keep going.
Oh my
Keep
God.
going.
Oh, for
Keep going. What is that man? Look. Stop.
Oh,
okay.
oh my God. Dude, what?
आप कभी आपका वो
Look
ad
at this
देखा था
man,
मैंने
though.
एक
What
बार।
is he? Look at him. What the hell?
Dude, the like developing
so
world is
weird.
brutal.
It's like the same thing as Mislav with the R small penis thing. It's like that man has so many growth hormones in him and the other man has none. And they just needed to even it out.
Oh my God, that's the
You
kind
have
of
no
thing
idea
that
how
if
much
you
I was laughing when I just discovered it. There was no like build up to it. Like, dude, this is the greatest video you're about to watch. It was just me watching. I guess I need to do something. It's like, oh my God, thank God I never
Holy
stopped
hell.
watching.
that is mental. That's the kind of thing that if
Oh
you were
my
stoned,
God.
you would die
The
laughing.
question is, though, Ali, how could you stand watching that? That was,
Oh, no, it was
worse than most Zoom meetings I've ever been in.
I was about like look the sort of pull for this video isn't the carom board by any means. It's the fact that like he's just streaming like a normal day and then Great Khali shows up. Like you both of you don't know, but if you are even a remote wrestling fan, you know who Great Khali is.
Right.
Okay.
So like it was like, oh shit, how is he gonna react to the fact that this celebrity just showed up on his thing, and the fact that the Great Khali just headbangs a scrawny
So hectic.
brown kid on his table.
Boom.
It was like just the greatest thing ever, and I thought I have to share it. I have to share it with you guys.
Well,
It is the most third world 30 seconds I've ever
yeah,
seen.
it really is.
Everything about it.
Like
The awful video
the
quality.
quality's so
Just
bad.
why is he so tiny in the corner? Why is this shit game taking up more space than both of these huge celebrities?
Surely they can get
Dude, we
better
gotta play
quality.
the shit game. I have a board at home. I think
Okay,
we gotta bring it one day.
I'm
Hell
happy
yeah,
to do
I'm,
that.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
It's like basically pool, but like on a board, and you have to flick the little things.
Jesus. Okay, I'd do it for sure. It sounds pov as.
All right, look, we got to talk about something. Jordan is really passionate about it. He's forgotten, which is why he hasn't brought it up yet. But
Vacuum cleaners.
UFOs,
God.
baby.
Oh,
Wait, before you guys do it, actually, talk about it. I need to play another little video, just as like an intro into like
Just a
this UFO.
different guy being like, I did it. To someone else.
I'll tell you what, when I found out about that UFO thing, it inspired me to write some of the best writing I've ever done in my life.
You are a
It
child.
opened my mind so much.
You are such an 8-year-old. So
I am.
You say I'm 13. You're like 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
sweet.
That's why I look up to you all the time and think, well, he's got tats.
How did his mum let him do it?
Yeah. He goes to bed at 2 a.m.
It's not even a joke. You
It's not
are
a joke.
You are surprised.
I'm impressed. I'm amazed at it.
Can't believe it, man. He buys his own pack of Tim Tams, and sometimes he'll have 4. He's having a beer. Dude. Fuck. Be careful, dude. Far out. This is hectic.
Got really into
Yeah, I'm Beavis and Butthead, and you're Todd.
No, dude. I'm cool, and you're yeah.
Yeah.
Which one's which again? I forget which one's which.
I look like Butthead. I kind of have his personality, but you have his demeanor. You have the laid back, and I have the
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
Oh,
So cool.
Is that it?
yeah, I'm trying to like. It's just the
Hearing.
hold
I'm
up,
interested.
Hold up. This is
You
this
are.
is the video.
It's not a joke either.
The government is in possession of potentially non-human.
Sorry,
space
1 second. I'm playing it again. All right, okay. Just watch this clip. God, it's better be worth it now.
So many ads for dog meat.
I know. It's
They
just
know
like, this is
you.
what happened.
they know
Hey, dude, they got you on the left and me on the right.
Yeah, the mics. Yeah. Far out. How do they know that Mislav's in the room?
That's scary.
Yeah, here we go. The world's most trustworthy man.
On the right.
You've stated that the government is in possession of potentially
that
non-human
one.
spacecraft.
Oh.
Based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this
Guys in the background.
documentary
I knew
evidence,
it.
is video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Gotcha.
Dude, they're admitting that there's aliens.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
if there's
and then the
non-human
naysayers of
biology-
Tong and Mislav,
I just did my research.
Yeah, what did you come up with?
you looked at the comments below.
Yes, I
and you
looked at
saw
the
some
comments.
snarky dickheads.
I saw some comments, and some of them said non-human could mean a myriad of other things that aren't
Like
necessary.
what?
Bugs.
Yeah, but
Guts.
she said, did you recover the pilots
Yeah.
of these aircraft?
Dude, if bugs were flying aircrafts, that's also pretty impressive.
No, it's like it's
Bugs on the windshield.
Windscreen.
But they're also on top of this, they're just saying, so it could be bugs on the crashed UFO.
Yeah, but they're
I'm
not
not saying
going
it's
to make that
conclusive.
secret.
Huh?
Yeah.
not
No,
gonna
but
make
I'm
that a
saying that they're
secret.
saying that they're just, it's amazing. This is why, because I was just thinking, look, anytime in any movie that you've ever seen, there is a US Congress hearing where they're saying, gentlemen, we're being invaded by aliens, and everyone just freaks out. That's what they're admitting. That's the real life version of that.
why couldn't
And no one cared.
Well, maybe
and then
they're
you
not-
look at the bottom, and then it's just filled with snarky comments of people saying, trust our government. They're just hiding the real truth, which is that college is expensive.
But you've also got to admit that, well, you don't have to admit, like, the government has admitted that all of
I'm-
these UFO sightings are legit. Well, not all
That-
of them, but
yeah,
at least some of them are
95%.
legitimate. Yeah.
that is the shit that blows my mind more.
How does that blow your mind?
Than
more?
actual alien dead bodies.
It's got dead bodies.
In my mind, it's just grasshoppers. What he's talking about. So the fact that the
Well,
Tic
you would have
Tacs-
said grasshoppers.
No, he said non-human.
Yeah, but I don't think that he would be hiding that from the US Congress. He'd say, oh yeah, we had some biologics, and by biologics, I mean it hit a deer.
Yeah, or a grasshopper. Like, that's
Or
so
why-
easy to say.
I just wish there was more follow-up questions. You know.
well, he
But he
can't.
can't.
Because he can't answer them.
But the fact that he can't answer them and he's saying, I have to tell you these things in
Yeah.
private.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know. I just think that, like,
But
guys, like, this is pretty damn conclusive. It's not fully conclusive. I'll concede that.
Dude, that's almost as
But-
big as figuring out if God exists or not, I reckon.
I mean,
What does chat think? I really need to know this.
Yeah, let us know what.
need to know.
Chat, tell
Well,
me
maybe,
about.
maybe we can get them to call in.
Yeah, call in about it.
Tell-
What do you
tell-
think that means? Because
Yeah,
I'm willing to admit, I am.
don't work for
I
NASA.
really want to believe a lot, so I'm letting my imagination run away with me. I'm fully prepared to admit that.
All right, look,
But I
I'm
think
gonna,
that they just said that we
yeah.
have dead aliens.
possibly.
yeah,
hey,
look,
possibly.
if someone definitely has more knowledge, call in. What's
I'm
the
I'm
phone
I'm
number?
more I'm more
Let me
interested in the
check.
fact that the Tic Tacs is like that's all real because those stories are crazy.
See, isn't that enough?
That's enough for me. Yeah. Did they really say that all those were legitimate?
All right, if you
They said we went through all the other possible scenarios of what these could be.
Yeah.
Are they just weird weather events? Are they
China.
balloons? Is it some Chinese aircraft? And it explains 5% of the sightings.
Well, that's crazy. That
I hope
is
that
crazy.
aliens support the Labor Party. Well, all right,
Well, they definitely would. Clearly, they're intelligent beings.
yeah, they're super
Wow,
intelligent.
Greens.
Well, call us on 0415 955 366 if you actually know if aliens exist or not, or what's your opinion?
Yeah,
on
what's
it?
your opinion on it at least?
0415-955-366.
We have to watch more of those Tic Tac videos now because they just blew my mind.
Because when that first came and that piece of information was revealed.
All right, we're
because-
getting our first call.
Go on. You there?
Wait, one second. We're getting like heaps of calls all of a sudden.
Far out.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear us? Yeah, well,
We've just
Damn.
made another contact. We've
Intercept-
made
Oh my
another
God.
contact.
Are you an
An
alien?
alien.
Intercepted.
Just called up.
Now it's proven.
Yeah, there we go. And you doubted us.
Hello?
I can't believe it. Oh.
Oh. Why isn't it working? Anyways,
It's muted.
thank you, miss. Thanks,
Well,
actually.
who muted it?
Sorry, you were muted. Go on.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello,
Hello.
I assume Marilini.
No.
Oh.
Who? Are you an alien?
Go on, guess.
Banmole.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What do you think, Ben?
For fuck's sake.
You got our hopes up there for a second. We thought we had contact.
Well, you do have contact. You don't know that yet, do you?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Mislav was
Jump to
going on about my
conclusions.
dead dad.
Yeah. Wait, did
Well,
we?
Mislav was going on about my dead dad, and he doesn't even exist. So maybe I am an alien after all.
Oh,
He's got Mislav really does have a thing for dads, doesn't he? He really does.
He's got a thing for his own dad.
Well, I don't have one, so I don't know what that's all about.
Well, that's
Anyway,
mystery.
so one of the things I would like to say is not only should Star Trek Next Generation be real, because like Captain Picard and Number One are like the A-team.
Okay.
But-
That's very specific. Yeah.
Also, you guys are going on about how like the Americans are going on about, well, aliens are real. They also think that AK-47s belong in schools.
No, see, you're one of the internet comments at the bottom. Then you're distracting from the issue
Yeah,
here.
we're talking about aliens.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both
Bama,
Bama,
Bama. Do you think that there was aliens that were recovered?
No.
Why?
You know why?
Yeah. No, I don't know.
We're getting,
Because we don't even trust them with their own parliament, let alone trust them with whatever else. And they also came up with Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Life finds a way.
I mean, it's just probably a sensible answer,
oh,
but
wait, I don't know. I think someone
not the
else
one
is
Jordan
on the
wants.
line now.
Oh, at the same time.
Yeah, it's just too
It's
many
a-
calls. Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah, it's Caleb from Frankston. How are we?
Yeah,
hey, Taylor.
good
I
on
don't
you,
know how
Taylor.
this
Tell us
happened.
about it. What happened?
Yeah, so I reckon they're definitely among us and they exist.
All right.
And I think
Who'd have
with
guessed someone
those-
from Frankston thinks that? Yeah.
Yeah.
But why do you think that?
There's I can't remember his name, but it was on an episode of Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
yeah.
But,
Yeah, the real
apparently there was a massive
Congress
sighting-
hearing.
What do you say?
There was a massive sighting in like South America where there was like they had confirmed sightings of like there's over 100 eyewitness accounts where like
Whoa.
people saw the aliens going around walking, and the government tried to get involved, and then the US just like came over, flew over international waters and landed, and then kind of dealt with it.
What? See, this is the case,
Yeah, yeah.
man. I always when you get those little Scholastic books, I don't know how old you are, but do you remember those Scholastic packs? And most people bought them because you could buy stretchy dinosaurs out of the catalog, and they'd come to school, and then you'd have no choice. You had to play with them, right? You know those things. They used to have all these books like The Seriously Weird and all that, and they were always talking about Roswell. You know what happened in Roswell?
Yeah, this is the 1930s incident, right?
Yeah, or 40s or something. But the people of Roswell, there was a UFO that they claimed crashed on the outside. Everyone in the town saw it. The US government came in, locked off the entire town, and said, please go back to your normal life. What you just saw was a weather balloon. The dead aliens crawling out of the UFO was gas escaping from the weather balloon.
Please go back to your
Hey.
place of work and or place of worship or
I don't
study.
know. I don't know what's
And if
happening.
you see any strange green men in the route, just know
They are
first off,
Democrats.
you must contact. Yeah, they're Democrats, and that's why you should be voting for Woodrow Wilson.
I think we've got another caller online. Hey, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hey, how you going?
God, this is going
good.
nuts.
Yeah, I don't believe any of this bullshit, really.
Why?
Yeah, go on.
Why?
Nah,
Spoil our dreams.
it's all fucking bullshit.
But give us
Why?
reasons.
Yeah, but like if they've confirmed UFO sightings, they're saying non-human. There's a
It's
few
bugs,
proofs
isn't
now.
it? You think it's bugs? You think it's bugs?
No, I do believe in like UFOs, but yeah.
Well, how's it all bullshit
wait,
then? Well, so you're saying that 95% of it is true?
No, I don't believe pretty much all the bullshit that the Americans say because they're all fucking full of bullshit.
Dude, is this
What
They
is
just-
this? Is
they
this
just
the
want
Sky
to
in
doing it
hatred?
for fucking-
Every time we ever pay out Americans, all of you guys seem to be silent about it and just sit there being like, hey, it's the greatest country on earth. And then as soon as we start taking the American side, everyone's like, hey, fuck Americans.
I think we've got another caller. Sorry, I'm just like moving them quickly.
It's amazing.
Can you hear us?
Calls.
Yeah, I can hear.
Hey man, how you going? What's
Yeah,
your
doing well.
take?
I reckon they're definitely aliens, but we haven't seen any of them here.
Why?
Why is that?
What about the one that just washed up
Yeah.
in WA recently? I think.
What?
You mean the unidentified thing that washed up?
Yeah, yes, it did. But then I think they found out that it was like they
Kevin
thought it was
Parker.
alien, but it was actually like really old Indian Navy equipment that they thought. Was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Wow,
outer space.
they've
plenty of-
digressed in technology.
Conclusive.
There's plenty of stuff out there that's unidentified, you know.
Yeah.
It's all unidentified, but, you know, what does that mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you've seen the footage of the Tic Tac thing, right?
Yeah, but like, what is that? What is it? Is it an
What do
alien
you-
or is it just something we don't know what it is?
Yeah, but the thing is, this is the thing
Sorry,
that
that
like all
guy
of
is
these.
gone. I'm just being
Okay.
fair. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
all right.
Jesus.
Hey, can you hear us? Lost one, and then we'll
Yes.
end. Hey, how you going? What's your take?
Look, I have to believe.
Dude, it's 50-50.
But what do you make of what the guy said? Not these. You just rather than generally saying like, what do you make of the fact of what he said exactly being like non-human? What do you make of that?
Well, the thing is, I watched it, and I feel like
You watched the whole thing.
Look, I didn't watch the whole thing. I've got a life,
Yeah.
but you know, he makes the same ramblings that a few crackheads do, but he's an educated person, so maybe a few of the crackheads have seen aliens running around, and we just laugh at them.
That's what I think too. Because look, everybody, I highly recommend you watch this documentary called. How good is this? It's the greatest documentary title of all time. I Know What I Saw.
Yeah, I need to see that.
And it's just military official after military official who lost their jobs by saying, look, I saw something that defies physics as we know it. It's going this way, and then it goes like that without any of the loop around. It could go up, down, goes in the water, all these insane things. It disappeared. It was behind us in a second.
Defies rules of physics. We've got another caller. Hey, how you going? Can you hear us?
Yo, hey.
Hey, man. You look.
Yeah, you sound like a man that believes.
He also sounds like a man that got a lot of girls in high school too, as we were talking before. You're a very laid back voice. But what's your take? Aliens?
I'm a huge fan of the show. I've been watching you guys for a fair bit. Well, of
Thanks.
course,
Thank
fucking aliens are real. You got to be fucking stupid or something.
Well, give us
Over.
one. Okay, if you had to convince us, give us one reason why you think aliens exist.
Well, for starters, the Pentagon released like alien footage like during COVID. No one gave a shit
What?
then.
Yeah,
What are you talking about? What happened? What was
He's
that?
right.
What was
He's
that?
right. During
What was
COVID
that?
was the first time that I think Pentagon publicly acknowledged UFOs.
What
I
was
think this
it?
was
That's
during
right.
COVID.
What was it?
It was like the Pentagon released like a footage during that time.
Yeah,
it was
which
just
was,
like I don't know in the US.
Recorded
No
by
one
some
gave a
military
shit
guy.
then.
Yeah, but did you care about aliens before that? Did you think that they were real?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Of
so
course, man. The universe is fucking it's infinite. Of course, there'll be other life out there apart from us.
but does that change the way that you look at the world, thinking that they visited? Because
More or
to
less,
me,
like
when this came out, I was just like, dude, I'm just gonna give up. There's no
Hey
point
man, I'm
in
gonna
goals.
take another call, but thank you, thank you. All right, last call officially. Hey, can you hear us?
Sure can. How you doing?
Good man. How you been? What's your take?
Good. All right. So here's my take. Here's a bit different. I'm playing into Jordan's theorizing here about psyops in the media, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to try to build up a narrative early that the US had
the secret weapons and alien technology and all the rest, this is a great way to take step one.
Mm. The thing is,
So
that's true. That's true. But if anyone did have access to alien technology, it would be the guys that every time someone says we saw aliens and they crash, and then they come around and say, that was just the Wright brothers plane.
They're back.
You know?
But then it's hard to reverse engineer it, right? Like there's a process here. They're stolen for time, but they're also probably baiting a little bit of a media narrative. That's my take on it.
Do you think that do you think they have it? Because the thing is that both of those things could be true.
Might.
They could be both. You could be right that they could be doing it as a distraction tactic, but it also could be true that they just have it.
I'd suggest they may well have it, but it's being played in a very particular way through the media, which is why everyone's at 80% on the certainty. We don't have absolute proof. We just have enough for people to say, yeah, this looks pretty plausible. Here's some evidence.
But what do you think about
why they could do it?
Yeah.
While we're all focused on UFOs,
but we're not.
No one's talking about that women get 70 cents on every dollar. It's a distraction.
That's what I'm like. That's what I don't like about this. The thing is that you could be right about that. They could be distracting. That's definitely true.
One last thing. Can you read the comments a little more on Twitch, please? It's there for a reason.
Feedback.
He's so mean to everyone that calls up.
I'm sorry. I will. I promise I will.
We'll read more.
But no more phone calls. I'm going to turn the phone
Why?
off.
They were good.
Oh, do you want to? All right.
Going.
All right, keep calling us.
That
Sorry.
was sick. They're finally calling up and
just let them like hash their view out so we can, because I want to get to the bottom of this.
All right, call us. Sorry. Keep calling us. And we're not getting any calls.
Ali, does that change your perception of things?
Oh, here we go.
Go on. What do you want? Better be about aliens.
Hello, boys. How you going?
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Is this Marilini?
Is this Marilini or Banmo?
No, it's neither.
Okay.
It's neither.
Cool.
What's up?
Finally, an
What's
alien
up?
expert.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, have you had a...
My name...
Go on, sorry.
Hmm?
Yeah, what is your name? Sorry, we should know that.
Yeah, my name is Grace. How you going? What was your
name.
question?
Have you had an experience with an extraterrestrial?
No.
Unfortunately, no. Sadly, no.
It's not going to happen.
Well, so she's been keeping the secret this whole time. No.
Yeah.
The question is,
Tell us what you reckon.
do you believe that, first of all, two questions. Are there aliens out there? Secondly, have they made contact with us? And why do you believe in whatever your opinion is?
100% aliens are out there. I think it is the height of narcissism to believe that we are the only life forms in the universe. I think it's ridiculous to believe that there's nothing else out there. Sure, why not? Why haven't they, visited us? I wouldn't be surprised. Civilization's been around for a while. They could have come to the planet thousands of years ago. I just think it's interesting that if a government has alien technology, has discovered aliens, all that sort of stuff, why do you think they would want to keep it secret? Surely it would be a power move or a power play to say, hey, look at all this cool alien technology we've got.
That's a really good question.
I think that if you want to keep it under wraps, it would be much more advantageous for you to just, like that, every time it comes into a third world country, to just fly in a bunch of Black Hawk helicopters, move everyone out, take the technology, take it back, see if you can reverse engineer it, which they can't because did we even go to the moon? Who knows? But you know what I'm saying? If we did go to the moon, that's pretty shit, really. In the grand scheme of things, it's pretty lame as opposed to having something that can disappear and appear in front of Top Gun. Like you see it, guy after guy that just has the most alpha face imaginable, just being like, that's right, Mr. Chairman. I saw an object that appeared and disappeared in front of me, and I've lost my job. Yeah. And everyone thinks that I'm a kook.
Yeah.
It's like,
but what do you?
And we barely made it to the moon when you think about it.
Yeah,
we barely made it. We failed many times.
I know.
but what do you make of what the guy said? The non-human remains. What do you make of that specifically?
I think he has to be talking about
bugs
extra,
or not bugs?
Terrestrial, remains or whatever. It would be ridiculous. He would specify if it wasn't. He would say, we found non-human remains, but it was, a fish that got caught in the way or something
I don't
like
think
that.
you would, though. I think that they obfuscate purposefully. They're like,
why?
Because it's not in the. If they've been hiding the shit,
they're not YouTubers where it's just for the view.
No, but basically
they're not trying to get clout.
Clickbaiting,
If they've been hiding shit forever, they're not just going to release it. They're going to be vague and obfuscate.
They're going to be vague and obfuscate if they have it. That's what I think.
All right, Grace.
But the thing is, sorry, Grace, we've got to go. But
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Are you there?
Hello.
Yeah.
What-
So, tell
aliens?
us, what do you think?
What I think, okay. Well, considering the size of space and how,
I see
how
where
we
you're
haven't
going.
still
You believe
explored
it.
it.
You believe it.
Well, yeah, because the size of space, and we still have no idea.
Bugs
how
or no
big
bugs?
it is. It's constantly expanding.
They would say bug. Bug is not a controversial thing to say.
Guts or no or alien? Stop beating around the bush.
Hello?
He knows too much.
Yeah, he knows too much.
He knows too much.
Like, shit, were you in the Senate hearing? All right.
I gotta say,
dude, he's
Here
not
we go, the next
answering.
one.
It's just
The
quiet
next
the
one.
whole time.
I'm not. I don't want to. I just don't want to hear.
pranking
I
us?
just don't want to hear
I
another.
don't know. I just took another call.
I just want
Sorry.
to hear another person being like, if you think the universe is just cutting. it.
Hey, can you hear us?
Yep, how you going?
Good, mate.
yeah, okay. Now, have a controversial opinion to everyone else. The universe is tiny, right? It stops after Mars.
It's going backwards.
It's the size of my
It's going
cheek.
backwards.
It's going backwards. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So funny.
King.
No.
No, he's telling the truth.
No, I think, just the way all this information is being released, obviously there's probably aliens out there in the universe. Are they in UFOs? Probably not around us.
Well, then, okay, how do you explain all the UFO sightings? What are they? What are we getting wrong here?
So it's been released by the US military, right?
Yeah, did you say U.S. military?
They've released information in the past to sort of distract us from bigger issues. And I feel like I need more data that's evaluated by a third party than to believe.
But aren't they the third parties?
Yeah. Also, they're in a position where they don't want you to think there's aliens. So if they're giving you hints that they are, that's the biggest proof.
Because the thing is, I think that you're thinking about general US congressmen, I don't know, just hiding budget measures and things, but they're talking about the deep state of America hiding these things. The congressmen are the ones saying, we're in the dark about this and we need to know what the US military knows.
Because who is this third party that
when
you
Trump
want?
was in office,
PwC?
why wasn't he able to release all this stuff? He had all the control of all the secret information. Where was
Man,
Well,
didn't have
because
control.
anything released then?
I'll tell you what happens when you're president. You know when you read enough biographies from presidents. They walk in, the CIA says, we need all of these things on our budget, and they say, what's it for? And it says, well, it's under black for a reason, so you can't know, Mr.
Right.
President.
Yeah.
That happens.
Right.
Or you can,
Really?
but you can never say it. They're not allowed to tell classified information. I do. Trump
I
had
feel
way
like- I
bigger
believe in the-
problems than to
like,
also pick a fight with
fallibility of
aliens.
man, though?
Huh?
I feel like this, I believe that people can't hold secrets in large numbers. So, if this
That's
was
kind
a
of what I
secret-
think
No,
too.
I can believe it.
Nah,
I can absolutely believe it.
it's naive.
Man,
It's naive to think that.
like the same thing with David McBride, right? Like he was not hiding a big secret. I think everybody knew that soldiers would be shooting Afghani civilians in a war. But him saying that when there was thousands of people at the Afghani war that knew it, and they still aren't saying it to this very day. They're still not backing him up.
That's a
he
good
is
point,
a
I
crazy
guess.
weirdo for saying something that is just so blatantly obvious. And if that's just one man talking about that isn't, and then when it comes to water corruption and stuff like that, dude, no one in the government says shit about
Actually,
that.
that's
And we're talking
true.
about really basic things here. I don't think that thing of, a lot of people had to be in on it, so none of them say it. It's just a group think thing. You think about any of these institutions that you're ever in, there's things that you just don't say, and you go along your life. Or they might be saying it to their spouses or
Well, with
whatever,
the
but
water
who
and
cares?
things like that, there are whistleblowers that do come out and things like that. With this UFO stuff, it just doesn't seem to be the case. And if it is such a big deal, and if it is such a big thing,
But it
would be
is.
if aliens are really here. I feel like other people would be wanting to come and scream about it in the streets.
But they do. That's the thing. They are.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. There are so many Top Gun pilots and air colonels and former US military intelligence that come out and they lose their jobs saying, I saw something in the sky that is inexplicable. Like I know this because like I am a, chief engineer or something. Human beings do not have that level of aircraft capacity. Nothing close to it.
I feel like even if it is, it's probably drones or something, if it is aliens.
Yeah, it could be drones.
Like their version of drones, and if it was some biological material in it, probably not a pilot, it's probably some part of their drone.
Well, if they're so advanced, maybe they're just coming here like those guys wanted to visit the Titanic. It's just billionaire aliens just going around and being look at the monkeys, and then just going.
That's probably this is a nice zoo.
It's probably the most realistic.
What
you said?
I think so. Well, maybe
because those fish don't really know you're here.
Hang on, let me ask you this though: would your view of the world change a lot if it came out and they said, "Yeah, here's an alien right now," and then he just walks out smoking a blunt?
Obviously,
and it's like, hey.
Obviously, but it's been like elementary, my dear human. Like, obviously, dude.
Nah, there's still gonna be heaps of people that be like, I don't believe it. It's a hologram.
No, I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying if you did believe it and you found, and it was just fact from now on that yes, there are aliens.
Yeah, no, it'd
and
be
they visit
like earth shattering. They'd be like, changed a lot for me. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, I took another caller.
That's all right.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Hello.
Okay, you don't need to yell. We are wearing headphones.
Oh damn! I actually got through. What's up?
What's up, man?
Hey, you know that book Mislav found a couple of weeks ago, The Origins and History of Consciousness?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't remember it, but I do. Yeah.
Jordan, you should actually read that. It's actually a banger. It's a red pill, and I know you love red pills.
Is it really? It's good.
It's
okay. Give us the nuts.
He was a student of Carl Jung.
Okay, tell me in like a paragraph why it's a red pill.
I can't explain it. You have to read it.
Yes. Is this
Okay.
that's one of the books that I found?
That's how much of a red pill it is.
Damn. Okay.
All right. Well.
Anyway, I don't have any alien stories, so thanks.
Right on.
Thanks, man. No, that's the real red pill.
All right. I think that's it.
Oh.
Right.
I like
way over time.
Fair enough.
Way over time. But anyways, thank you everyone for listening in. Hopefully. Well, I guess this is one of those things that we'll never get to the bottom of.
I'm going to watch that.
I think I've gotten to the bottom of it. I honestly think that aliens have and are continually visiting Earth. And that is jaw-dropping for me because right up until that congressional hearing, I always dismissed it as, yeah, it's probably just a bunch of kooks or whatever. Yeah, the air marshals might have seen something weird. It might have been the Chinese.
Yeah.
But then listening to that, and I didn't listen to all of it, but I did listen to an hour, and it was just very respectable, high-ranking government officials, people that were in charge of these departments, coming out and saying, no, that's like... There is no incentive for these air marshals and shit to be lying about this. It's
Like,
the exact opposite. They should be lying about it to keep their job.
Yeah, and it's not like they're just conspiracy people because, like, no air marshals coming out and saying that, I saw fucking barefoot.
No.
No, what's that?
No, it's always an alien.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Bigfoot,
always Bigfoot, not
barefoot.
And then you can see all these people that, even the ones that took the footage of, say, the Tic Tac vessel, and they're
That
being
thing's crazy.
very careful with their words, and they're
Yeah.
saying, look, I can't say what it is. I'll let you be the decider of what it is. I'm just saying exactly what my report said.
I have one.
That's it.
I have
I'm
one
being very
doubt.
specific about this.
Have you seen any of those UFO videos that are closed
of
up?
course.
Yeah, they look like the UFO. Like I am not convinced that like Hollywood directors from the 70s knew exactly what a UFO looks like because it looks like a fucking
Dude.
ET UFO.
I can't remember which president it was, but Steven Spielberg was having an airing with a president. I think they were a former president at the time. They might have been one at the time. So it might have been Reagan, but I don't think it is. They were sitting there. They were watching ET, and the president leaned over to Steven Spielberg and said, "It is uncanny how close this is to reality."
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's what he said?
Yes.
Well,
Damn.
did
So
Spielberg
like that
follow that up?
bicycle going across the moon was a legitimate thing?
Well, that's how they use the power of love. That's why we can't reverse engineer it.
That looks
everyone in the US military is heartless.
Dude, he probably just meant
Amen.
he probably just meant that looks exactly like Drew Barrymore. But you're saying that, but her name's Shara in the film, right? Yes, Mr. President.
Well, Reagan did have dementia. So.
Thank you everyone for joining us, like always, and thank you so much for calling on the pod. And
Thanks, guys. Sorry we had to cut off so
yeah,
quickly.
sorry
They
for
were good calls.
but just there were a few. Like we'll do it again, so you'll get another chance. And if you have any Reddit threads that you want us to react to, check out on the pod. Make sure you send it to podcast@friendlyjordies.com and become a patron for the Up Late pods.
Yeah.
Please do. See you guys next week. Bye.
It was a weather balloon.